Geopolitical tensions in the South China Sea, origins, disputes, and future outcomes. The South China Sea, a vast, vital stretch of ocean, is at the center of one of the world's most critical geopolitical conflicts. While much of the world's attention is focused on war and unrest elsewhere, the tensions in this region continue to simmer just beneath the surface, posing a growing threat to global stability. The origins of the South China Sea conflict stretch back centuries to the days of colonialism and imperial expansion. As the world changed, so did the importance of these waters. Today, the South China Sea holds immense geopolitical significance, not only as a critical shipping lane through which $5 trillion worth of goods flow each year, but also as a region rich in untapped natural resources, particularly oil, gas, and fisheries. The South China Sea became a point of contention as nations in the region began to stake their claims, based on both historical precedent and modern economic interests. The vast reserves of natural gas and oil have made these waters incredibly valuable. At the heart of the conflict are multiple overlapping territorial claims. China asserts its controversial 9-dash line, laying claim to nearly 90% of the South China Sea. However, other nations, Vietnam, the Philippines, Malaysia, Brunei, and even Taiwan, also claim parts of these waters. China's claim is based on historical maps and interpretations, but many of these claims have been rejected by international courts. In 2016, for example, the Philippines won a legal battle at The Hague, but China refused to accept the ruling. This has set the stage for ongoing friction in the region. Key points of contention include sovereignty over islands, reefs, and the surrounding waters. The Spratly and Paracel Islands are hotly disputed, with claimants building infrastructure to solidify control. But it's not just about territory. It's also about resources. The South China Sea is believed to hold vast oil and gas reserves, and competition for access has led to tensions between fishing fleets and naval forces alike. The South China Sea's natural resources are a critical driver of the conflict. Whoever controls these waters also controls access to a significant portion of the world's energy reserves. That's why countries are unwilling to back down. In recent years, China has rapidly militarized the South China Sea, built artificial islands, and installing military infrastructure such as airstrips, radar systems, and missile batteries. These moves have alarmed not only the regional claimants, but also global powers like the United States. China's militarization of the South China Sea is about more than just controlling the waters. It's about projecting power. They are signaling to the world, and especially to the United States, that they are ready to defend their claims. The United States has taken an active role in countering China's growing influence, conducting regular freedom of navigation patrols to challenge Beijing's expansive claims. The U.S. has also strengthened alliances with countries like the Philippines and Vietnam, asserting the need to keep these international waters open for global trade. The U.S. sees the South China Sea as a critical theater for upholding international law and preventing any one nation, especially China, from controlling this vital maritime route. But as tensions rise, so does the risk of a military confrontation. The future of the South China Sea conflict remains uncertain. Experts foresee several possible outcomes. The most likely scenario is the continuation of the status quo, an uneasy peace where tensions remain but open conflict is avoided. However, further militarization could increase the risk of accidental or intentional clashes, raising the stakes. There's always the hope of diplomatic resolution, but it's complicated. China's refusal to back down, combined with competing national interests, makes the chances of a negotiated settlement slim. In the worst-case scenario, the South China Sea could become the spark for a much larger conflict between major powers. As the world focuses on conflicts in the Middle East and Europe, the South China Sea remains a critical and complex battleground for the future of global trade, security, and diplomacy. How this dispute is managed in the years to come will shape the balance of power in the region and far beyond. If you found this video insightful, please give it a like, share it with others, and leave a comment with your thoughts below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update.